YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee and welcome back to the channel. So I'm back with another reaction video. Now this video comes from a TikToker who answered this question. Now someone posed the question, why are black D1 athletes only dating and marrying white women? And I have a few things I want to ponder on about this question, because y'all know we have this movement where women are supposed to be isolating or separating themselves from men, and women don't want to deal with men because men aren't on the levels of all these women, and women, you know, want to just basically saying they don't want to be with men, they don't want to do anything with men. But why are they still concerned about young athletes dating white women? Why is this still an issue in a climate where we have so many black women who say they want to distance themselves from black men or from men in general? Why is this still an issue, and why are people upset about it? So I'm going to play this clip of this guy who is talking about it. And then I also have a post that I want to share with you guys about this. And then I want to get your thoughts on this. So before we jump into the video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Here we go.
Why are all these black college athletes that are getting drafted having white women? What's going on? I am going to tell you, as someone that is friends with a lot of D1 football players and D1 basketball players, I'm going to tell you because they have told me. Whoa. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear I'm only into black women. I'm just telling you what they have told me. My man said, bro, how many white women have you seen do the Meg Thee Stallion challenge? And he said, excluding the ones that think they're 2 shades away from being Lotto. I said, probably only 1. He said, okay. Y'all, 5 of my guys that play on Division I Power 5 football teams, and they start, they were like, goody, you know the type of NIL deals we got. One of my men said, bro, I was messing with this black girl. She heard about the deal I got and started to request money, Apple Pays and Cash Apps, for her hair and nails. I said, oh. My other friends were saying, bro, I would try to take her out to Chipotle, Kava, this and that. She would get mad talking about, why are we going to steakhouses? You're good for it. I said, oh. They were like, bro, the white women, they're down to go and get a cup of coffee, go and get some ice cream. My friends were like, bro, the white women we're dating, they pay for a lot of our stuff. I said, what do you mean? They said, bro, they know that we're making some money, but while we're at practice or we're at camp, they got us our favorite Cabo Bowl, double chicken, right? Waiting for them to come out of practice.
Those women are playing the long game. See, this is the part where, unfortunately, a lot of sisters, they don't get it. You want everything up front. You're thinking that this is what you should, what you deserve and what you should be getting up front. If you're dating an athlete who has the potential of going pro or whatever and making a substantial amount of money, if you know that, why are a lot of these women looking for things up front? He's not good for the money right now. He's good for it later. And it just shows a level of desperation from a lot of these women who are expecting so many things from these men right away, just because you know he has the potential to make a lot of money. Which, when it comes to other races of women, the white women or other women, they understand the long game. You know what? We're going to cater to this man. We know his potential. We know where he's going. So we want to make sure that we secure our spot with him. So when he do get to the pros and he's making these millions of dollars, we want to be right there with him. We want to end up being his wife. We want to have the children with him. Even if they are conniving, even if they are, you know, playing games. They seem to be a little bit smarter when it comes to these things, because they understand, listen, I want to get in deeper. I don't want to run him away right now, and because he's gonna get somebody else, and then you're gonna be out of the running. I don't condone anybody running game or playing games with anybody, but when it comes to dating and relationships, those other women seem to be a little bit smarter. And as much as we have so many educated black women who claim to be so educated and smart, they're not really smart. And I said this before, when it comes to dating and relationships and our men. And I think this is where they lose out, because they're in a state of desperation where they need help right now. They need your finances right now. And it's a turnoff for a lot of men, because you don't think that these men are going to notice that you're only in it for their money. You're not even figuring out how to play the game to even get yourself much deeper in, so that you'll benefit from it later on. Even if you are playing games, they become very transparent in a lot of these cases, because as soon as you start asking for money and ask for all this, because you know that he could potentially make the money, that is a red flag. Then he's going to start to realize that and play you for what you really are. And he's not going to take you seriously. He's going to move on to the women who are saying, listen, I'll cater to you. What do you want to eat? I'll get it for you. I'll do these things for you to show you how interested I am and how serious I am about you and this relationship. So pick me. They talk about pick me's, but they don't know how to get picked. And then complain when you see these men with other races of women. I'm just saying, this whole idea of this entitlement and thinking that a man is supposed to cater to you and give you all this stuff is getting old. It's not working. I'm just saying, try something different. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
Friends are telling me these girls are getting their group projects done, getting their essays done, online tests done on time. I said, wait, what? I said, bro, what about maintenance? There's no way y'all not paying for her hair, nails, bags, her lifestyle. He said, bro, first of all, my girl will get her own Starbucks and even get me one, but if I want to be nice, I'll get her something, from Starbucks. And they were like, hair and nails. They don't even care about the nails, really, And if they do it themselves. Sometimes I pitch in, and I was like, all right, what about hair? They were like, bro, she's white. She just brushes it. We're flat irons it. She wants to be special. Jesus Christ, you're saving a lot of money. One of my men said this. He just got drafted. He said, bro, I was dating a black girl. Now I'm dating a white girl. I'm about to marry her. He said the difference between the black girl and the white girl, the biggest difference is the white girl knows when to shut up. I said, God damn. Listen, this is what they told me. Do with the information as you please. If it takes me 10 to 15 years to find a black woman that's compatible with me, that's what I'm going to do. But this is what they told me. So stop being surprised.
Baby, listen, this is crazy, but it's the truth. And I think a lot of women need to take heed. Take heed to what's really going on. Pay attention. Learn from those women. Don't hate on them. Don't start looking at them and being mad about it. Learn a couple of things from them. And I think a lot of women are so prideful. They don't think that they can learn anything from these other women. They think that they know what they're doing, and they're not. And they're losing the battle. I also saw this post that I want to read for you guys. In this post, it says, "Not even gonna lie, seeing all black athletes with white girlfriends at every draft makes my blood boil. It's borderline shameful." Then somebody else says, "I'm just troubled because all I ever hear is ninja ain't this and hard wig soft life until draft season." Somebody else says they never care about black love until it's the rappers and the athletes. And that's the truth. Average men aren't good enough. They're this, they're that, they're dusty. You don't respect an average man, a hardworking man who probably would be a good pick for you, a good man in general, who will be a family man, who will love you, take care of you, provide for you, all of the things that are necessary for a relationship to thrive. You're out here looking for athletes and rappers and all of these men, and these men aren't checking for you. So my thing is, I always say this, listen, you can have what you want, maybe not all at the same time, and you have to understand what it takes for you to get what it is that you want. You can't just think that it's all about you and you're empowered and you're educated and you're such a great woman and any man would be lucky to have you, and thinking that you're the prize. You can keep on thinking that all you want, but you got to understand, if you don't bring anything of value to the table, then you're not the prize. If you don't have anything to match or offer what this man may be looking for, or offer something that he may be interested in, then he's not going to pick you. In order for you to get picked, you have to have something that he wants. And vagina is no longer the ultimate goal for a lot of these men because they can get that as often as they want to. I don't think anybody should be out here trying to use people or manipulate anybody for their money or their resources. I think if you truly want love and you want companionship, or you want a husband or wife or whatever, you should truly be interested in a person and what that person brings to the table, not just financially, but what they offer overall. And I think this goes for men and women. And I think until we start doing that and really going into a relationship with the right motives and really trying to, do something for the right reasons, it's going to be a dilemma. A lot of people are going to be stuck. A lot of people are going to be by themselves, wishing and wondering where they went wrong and why they can't get what they want. So that's just my thoughts on that. Y'all chime in the comments. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.